Okay.
This all-girl Japanese rock, and they wear maid outfits, but they fucking shred.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, California is on the list. We definitely want to go to California. They come to the major cities in the United States, so it's like, LA, New York, da da da. So we haven't been to LA yet for it, but we'll go.
Well, shit. Let me know when you do.
Yeah.
Meet up for a beer or some shit.
For sure.
So we are live now.
Yeah. Did they have any openers, by the way? Or was it just them?
No, just them. K-pop never has an opener. It's just them.
So how long are the sets? Is it usually like 90 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, a couple hours. They started late because their plane was late, so they were supposed to open the doors at like 7:30, and they ended up opening at like 8 something. So we were all kind of stampeding in there, and then they started right away. But it's the first couple 15 minutes, they just like show pictures of them, and then everyone screams, and everyone that's in the merch line is like running in there, and then they come out. There's no openers.
Hey, how much was merch, by the way?
Oh my God, ridiculous. It's $50 for a stupid t-shirt. I mean, we spent $156 on just stupid merch.
I'm sure 100 for a hoodie or something like that.
Yeah. The tickets alone were like $187 each, and we were like up. So
yeah, I can't afford that right now. So
no, it's I have one child, and so like whatever she wants to do, I spent like $700 on nosebleed BTS in the very beginning. It was whatever. Whatever.
That's love, though. That's what it's all about.
It's a small price to pay for quality music.
Right.
And that's your people's music, right, Chris?
Memories,
whatever. I disown them. No. Yeah, it is. They're half my people.
You should be more knowledgeable about the music that predates them.
I know. Well, there's a place here in I'm half Korean.
Get out of town. Then you should be into K-pop.
I don't think it works that way. Well, I'm waiting for some Europeans to appropriate it. Or no, didn't they took our boy band stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Now, there's a place around here called K-Pop Burger.
Right.
And they have K-pop playing on the TVs whenever you go there.
You got to take me there if I'm ever in town.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. I love that. Well, I love that food. I mean, I grew up eating a lot of that kind of stuff. So, Robbie, you done your thing?
You like japchae?
Yes, for sure.
It's my favorite. So good.
We went to. Do you have H Marts where you are? The Asian markets?
No, we have one called Choi's, and I take my daughter there, and she buys like squid shit. I won't eat any of it, but she likes it.
Oh, come on. You got to live a little, man. What happened to not being uptight?
I don't know.
I know what happened to Rebel Baker.
Right? My reality is shattering right now, man. Fuck.
Okay.
All right. So, Chris, you had already done a post, so I just added the link on there. So,
sounds good.
Yeah. I'm going to do my Instagram thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that song? I remember a song that you danced to. What is it? Shorty got low, 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 low. What's that one? I remember that one.
Apple bottom jeans.
Who, me?
No, not you, Shorty. What was his name? Flo Rida.
Oh, was it Flo Rida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not Florida.
I mean,
kind of.
Kind of, but whatever.
So someone was dancing, huh?
Yeah, man. With them apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur.
I guess I missed this.
She got the whole club looking at her.
Exactly. You just had to be there, man. It's one of those moments.
Okay. Sorry I missed it.
It's all right.
Okay.
Now, I am drinking some Pops Reserve. You heard me?
What do you got there?
Okay, so it's a local winery.
Okay.
Huber's Winery, and they put this wine out. It's called Pops Reserve, the guy that started the whole winery. And in September, they release like a certain amount of this wine, and it literally like flies off the shelf.
I
But
gotcha.
everyone knows that I love this. This is what I get for like my birthday and for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. So I'm down to my last bottle. So good. It's
In a coffee cup.
Communion wine in my coffee cup.
Nice.
I mean, why not? Instead of pouring using a fresh glass.
Exactly. And then no one knows what I'm drinking too. So
There you go.
I'm not supposed to be drinking at work.
But it's after hours, so what
You're
does
the
it
boss,
matter?
though.
Exactly.
That's true. No one's here. I'm by myself tonight.
Yeah.
I just literally finished decorating like 3 or 4 cakes, so I need a break.
Wow. All right. Well, we're here to give you a break. And so we can get started. I'm
All
going
Postmade?
I think Robbie might be done. We'll get started. I'll do an intro. I'll do a little intro, and then I'll bring you in, Adrian.
Okay.
And introduce you.
Yep. All good.
All right, here we go.
Monkey's uncle, Martina.
You said
Shout out to
97,
Martina.
huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Martina's watching. So
Shout out to Martina. Sorry that, had to go through that awful ordeal. Glad you're all right. You're still with us.
Yeah.
Sending all love and support your way. All right, let's do this, guys.
all righty, right.
2, 1.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 97 of your Endless Ranters podcast. Thanks for watching, listening, subscribing. We truly appreciate the support. My name's Chris, but I'm just one of your Endless Ranters hosts this evening. Also, tonight, we've got the one and only Robbie Spotlight. What up, Robbie?
What up, homies? How's it going?
Going good, homie. And then there's the man with the plan. It's producer Manny. What's going down, old man?
Cheers, y'all. Just enjoying this Wednesday evening. Enjoying the, you guys and our guests. So here to have some good times. Shout out to all my coworkers tuning in last minute. Shout out to Mako and Laura, all the Dons, Pete. What's up, y'all?
Shout out to that crew for sure. Thanks for tuning in. We got a great lineup. First of all, we've got a very special guest. As if you're watching, you're seeing her now. We're going to get into Adrian's Corolla origin story before we get into some other hot topics. Since it's Ash Wednesday, our resident preacher, Robbie Gemstone, is going to educate us on this and Lent, tell us what it's all about, and save your souls possibly. Anyway, and then we're going to have some thoughts on Ukraine, find out if any of us know what's going on over there in this social media time. So tonight we are going to sit with Ukraine. And on that note, I want to announce that we're going to have another crossover with the two grumpy bastards. And this time we're going to talk about war movies. So our favorite warriors, Coop and Russ, they're going to come by and they're going to tell us their favorite war movies, what really, kind of impacts them or what they think's realistic or really has a great message. And then we're going to run some of our favorites by them to see if they pass muster. So that should be a fun time. Love those guys. So anyway, so let's get to it. We've got Adrian. Not going to say her last name because we don't do that. And I'm not even going to try. We got Adrian with us. Welcome to our show. Really appreciate you being here.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's a pleasure.
So
Welcome.
We'll get started. Where are you tuning in or joining us from?
I am in Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is just a couple blocks from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay. So
Kentucky Derby.
you're in the South then. We were just chatting about that. So you're in the South. And then you're from New York.
Niagara Falls, New York. Buffalo. Go Bills.
Is that considered
Buffalo?
Is that considered upstate New York?
Yes,
Yeah, man.
it is.
Okay. But Buffalo is not, right? Are you close to Buffalo?
I am. I'm like 20 minutes from Buffalo.
Don't we have another fellow ace-hole, Sean Z,
sir.
right? He says it's Western.
Yep. We are friends on Facebook, and he is absolutely a Buffalo Bills fan. Yes.
But didn't he correct us? He told us that that's Western New York or something like that.
Yeah, it's Western New York. Upstate is like Adirondacks, towards Vermont, but Western New York, yeah.
All right. Well, we just want to be accurate with our geography here. It's important to us in this show.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. So you're tuning in. You're joining us from Indiana, the South, near Louisville. What brought you there?
Well, my parents were pastors of a church in Buffalo.
Oh,
I'm a pastor's kid.
oh
Grew up-
wow.
Yeah, I grew
Same
up
with
as a
Robbie.
kid. Yeah. And so they were pastors in Louisville as associate pastor. I'm sorry, pastors in Buffalo as associate pastors. And then a position came available in Owensboro, Kentucky, which is like south. And so they moved, and I was in college at the time. And so after I graduated from college, I kind of migrated down towards them.
Sure.
And then instead of going to Owensboro, which is like country, I kind of stopped in Louisville. So
I have a follow-up question. It might be a bit prime, but this will happen throughout the episode. Were you a Hellraiser growing up? Did you live up to the stereotype?
no, I was a good girl, like good girl. Like I didn't like get crazy until I came here.
I knew there was an until.
There's
Until
always
like
an
3
until.
years ago.
Yeah, no, I was like pure as the driven snow.
Then I took up dance.
Oh, we've seen the
Dive
videos.
dance.
And okay, so I have to ask them, what was it about your move over there that turned you to the wild side?
I don't know. I think it was just, when you're sheltered as a kid, at some point you're going to probably buck the system. And so, yeah. So when I kind of got of age and, was able to drink and do whatever, I went to a Christian college. So there was some parties and stuff, but I was always just like super scared to do anything. So when I came here, I kind of found my wild side.
It sounds like that's like, that was like your first time of independence, I guess.
It really, yeah.
You migrated down to where the area, but you had your own, I guess you lived on your own or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That was the first taste of like, I can do whatever I want.
Freedom.
No one's grading me. Yeah.
Right.
So then AA started when? I'm just joking.
I'm really not even a big drinker. It's crazy. Like I like my wine. I like my beer. I like Fat Tire. If you've ever had Fat Tire. But I'm really not a big drinker. I'm a workaholic. Like I work crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like it. We've been chatting a little bit over the last few weeks as we got the show ready, and you're always baking, making 1,000 cookies or something like that. So yeah.
Who set that example for you? Who instilled the workaholic virtue?
My mother. So, growing up in Niagara Falls, she was a school teacher. She taught first grade. And then she did cakes on the side, like in the 80s, like everyone did. And so as a kid, I was just kind of always there with her, delivering wedding cakes and like keeping her company at night when she was making cakes out of our apartment. And then I just kind of learned it that way. And so when I came here, I was a nanny. I didn't do anything with my college education. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I went for like education. I really don't even like kids, but anyway, I was a nanny. And so I started doing like cakes for the kids that I nannied for. And then people at that party were like, oh, these cakes are awesome. So my cake business just kind of started like rolling from my apartment, my little side hustle. And it got to the point where I had to quit my nanny job because I was doing so many cakes. And I was like, well, this could be like lucrative. I can do it. I mean, I've got a little bit of art, talent, whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
I just went with it. So I learned it from my mom, never went to school for it, nothing. And then I opened up a little shop, and then it got to be so much that I couldn't do it by myself. So I got my brother involved, and he, came on board, he quit his job, put his severance into the bakery. We bought all of the buildings that I'm in right now, and we actually have 4 locations. So it's just been like a snowball. My whole family, even my parents, they are done with being pastors. They run my donut shop. My sisters work for me. And so it's just a big family business. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you all ship? Do you ship your products anywhere?
We ship cookies, but cakes it's a little bit difficult to ship because the caliber of cakes that we make are like really decorative.
Oh,
so
sure.
Ship that kind of stuff, but just the local community.
Well, I heard the fondant kind of holds up in shipping,
Yeah, I've shipped a couple cakes to Florida to my family, and they don't.
Yeah,
they don't
I'm just joking.
Very nicely. So.
I guess fondant can melt.
It does.
It is made out of something that can melt.
Yeah.
We
know that's amazing. Well, so what is the website? Like, if someone wanted to check out your website and order cookies online.
Cakestoday.com. Cakes plural. Cakestoday.com.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's simple enough. Were you surprised it wasn't taken, or did you get
this?
Right? How long has this been going on? How long is the baking?
I've been doing it since 1999.
Okay, so that's a long time. Okay,
it's been a long journey. Yeah, and so we've made quite a name here in Louisville. So we're probably the premier bakery around here. We do all, like, when the Derby comes to town, like in May, I do this big, huge. They have this gala, this Barnstable Brown gala, where all the celebrities come, and I always make the big huge cake for that. And yeah, it's been pretty cool.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
we wanted to have you on because we thought you liked Adam Carolla, but now that sounds kind of lame.
Well, I do like Adam Carolla, actually. I've got
I didn't know we were talking to the premier cake baker in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hey, this could come in handy for us down in the future. So let's not, ridicule her as much, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's not mess this up, guys.
No, seriously, that's really cool.
Absolutely.
Hey, I have a follow-up.
I'm sure we have fan. Well, I'm sure we have at least one fan in the Kentucky, Louisville,
There's
in the South.
Couple, actually. There's a couple that are on the Adam Carolla podcast group that have reached out to me that are in Louisville.
That's awesome.
Like, listen, what happens in Adam Carolla podcast group stays in, because I have to have an image.
Yeah.
So what I say when I use the
It's
like I've got like a
local celebrity baker exposed has her Adam Carolla Facebook.
I've been canceled a couple times, so it wouldn't be any big deal.
Unearthed. Yeah.
And you bounce back, so that'll show them.
I did bounce back.
I see. Okay, so we know you as a cake person, but I didn't know you also had a donut shop. I love donuts. What's your most popular donut?
The maple bacon donut. It's a long john, and it's got maple icing and a huge strip of bacon on top of it.
How fully cooked is that strip of bacon?
Fully cooked.
Okay.
And
it's because I've been to a few establishments and they do a JV
it's just
job
like
of cooking their bacon. So it's
that'd be pretty nasty.
Fully cooked strip of bacon, yes.
Okay, that's got to be done. Yeah, that's got to be done right.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
And I see the flag in the background. So let me say Buenos Dias. That's a Mexican flag, right? Buenos Dias.
That's an Italian flag.
Oh, shoot.
Very close to the Mexican flag, but we are Italiano here. So
okay, thank you.
Danza.
All right. Well, actually, can I kind of circle back to the whole Mexican thing? I don't know if it's just a Mexican thing, and maybe Manny might know about this. There are dangers in the cake business. I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know if the Italians do this, but the Latinos, especially I think the Mexican community with the cakes, do you know one thing they love to do? And have you heard this? When people have birthdays and whatever, cakes, right? They like to slam people's head on the cake.
I have a story about this.
Okay. So one of the things that I've heard is kind of dangerous now with many of the cakes. They have these little, I don't know, plastic or sticks that hold up, right?
Oh,
and
dowels. Yeah.
Right. And there have been accidents where people have even maybe gone blind or injuries where the people's heads will slam in the cake, and that's dangerous.
We discourage putting someone's head in a cake.
Right.
Lots of times when these cakes are sculpted and formed, we have to have dowels and little skewers and things in the cake. And if you slam someone's face in it, it's very possible that they will get a skewer to the eye.
Yes, a skewer. Yeah.
Please don't do that. Yes.
Exactly. So a little PSA for everybody listening. No cakes in the face or faces.
Is this just a Mexican thing, or is this a Hispanic, Guatemalan thing too, or what?
Have you heard of that happening, Adrienne?
I have actually. Yeah. I saw it on TikTok because I'm crazy on TikTok, and I saw someone that actually had to go to the hospital because they had a skewer in their eye. So don't be slamming people's faces in cakes. That's not smart.
Oh, that would be messed up.
Oh man. Okay, Mo Man. He had a story.
I was at a birthday party for extended for my cousin. One of her daughters was turning, I forget what age.
Oh man.
And her dad was standing behind her. And they're like, all right. They finished singing happy birthday, make a wish. And as soon as she was done, dipped her head into the cake and ended up catching her forehead on the fucking candle, singeing.
Oh,
okay.
I was like, and then she didn't turn 5. Like, I was about to be devastated.
And you were celebrating a funeral instead of a birthday.
Oh yeah, she just caught on fire. That's cool.
You know, it's just
first of all, you're spending all this money on a cake.
That's my point of it. Yeah, it's just like it's totally defeating the purpose of what you
and then you're destroying the cake. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Exactly.
Is this a tradition or is this just a prank? Like, because I think
prankster
white people do this too, man. I don't know.
I think it's just a prankster thing, to be honest with you. It's
okay, so
prankster gene that lives within all of us.
Okay, but Robbie made it seem like this is a Hispanic thing. No, like this is a Mexican thing, but I feel like this is just a prank thing.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out with my non-Mexican Hispanic friends. I don't know.
I think it's worth taking a poll.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Gallup poll shows that
all racial issues must be solved on this show.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
We don't quit. We don't quit.
Anyway, back to our guest.
Yeah. So tell us in this amazing success story when you started listening the first time you heard Adam Carolla.
Okay. So the first time I heard Adam Carolla, I can remember I was commissioned to do this Women in Trucking 18-wheeler 3D cake. So the cake was like in
Debbie Dootson.
Yeah, was she tied into this at all?
Chris loves truckers and trucking stories.
It's literally like Women in Trucking. I'm actually doing another one on March 26th. I've been doing this for years and years. So they come to this convention in Louisville and they order this like $1,800, huge cake that's like in the shape of a truck. So anyway, I was getting ready to do this cake and I hadn't even like heard about podcasts, and someone told me you should listen to a podcast while you're doing this cake, like it'll ease the time, whatever. I had just finished listening to like the audio version of Harry Potter, so I was like loving like listening to something while I was working. So
which house are you?
Which house are you?
Which house do you resonate the most with?
Oh, I'm definitely Ravenclaw.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
Thank goodness.
So anyway,
what about the Dementors?
Listen to Adam Carolla. Like, I think that his politics are the same as yours. So I started listening. It was probably like 2000. I think it was 2012 or 2013. So I started listening, and it was when Allison Rosen was the news girl.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I absolutely loved the dynamic. I loved like the chemistry between her and Adam. And I listened like the entire time it took me like 3 or 4 days to do this cake. So I listened like the entire time, and then I was hooked. And then I listened. And then, after that cake was done, I listened for a couple years, and then she got fired. And I was like, fuck this. I'm like, I'm not listening anymore. I loved her.
Oh, really?
So I literally stopped.
You were the one listener.
I stopped listening for a couple years. And then
was she your best friend?
I did start listening to her podcast. I have to say, I don't really like her podcast as much as I liked her on the Adam Carolla kind of dynamic. But I did love her. I thought it was awesome. And then
they had a different, it was different. I think she took Adam in weirder directions.
Yes.
Like she would have weirder, like random thoughts that would really cue him up.
Yeah.
I think Gina does a great job, but because
I love Gina.
He needed a different energy to like take it to the next level, I think.
Absolutely. I loved her because her wit, and like she just was like so quick on everything. And it was when like Dag was on. I was just like hooked. And then I stopped listening for a while, and then I started listening again when I just kind of got into the podcast world. I started listening to other podcasts. And so I was like, let me give Adam Carolla a try again. And that was when Gina was on. And then I like fell in love. I was just like, oh, this is it. This is my podcast.
Oh, good.
Simply because everything that Adam says, I'm just in love with. I mean, he's so pragmatic and just he's a genius. To me, he's just a genius. Everything he says is so simply like perfect. So I've been listening ever since. And
what was it? I mean, yeah, we all agree for the most part. What was it that, like, when you first heard him, do you remember like a guest or some take he had or an issue?
He was doing like a rant on something. It was,
Okay.
I don't even remember what the rant was, but I agreed with like everything he said. And I'm like, this guy has the fucking balls to just like say whatever he wants to say. He doesn't give a shit what anyone says. And I'm like, I agree completely. I'm on board. So I just listened. And then it was, I think 2019 was when he announced a tour. And he was coming to Lexington, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's like an hour away from me."
Is that when they did the whiskey something? Yeah. Okay.
Like, they stayed in Louisville. I'm like, I am totally going to this. So I bought tickets. I bought like VIP, whatever.
Nice.
And then I was like, I've got to meet him. I've got to like, like be in the forefront. So I made a cake. And I made a cake with him, and it was like a cake, and it had fondant him and Gina and Bald on it. And I'm like, I'm going to bring this cake to the show. Nice. And I'm going to like bring it backstage. And then, hopefully they'll maybe like recognize me. I'll be able to like hang with them or talk with them. And it worked.
Nice.
It worked.
I think they posted it, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I sat in the front row. They brought it out on stage, and I met Gina. I met him that night. I met Bald. And I've just been like a fangirl ever since. So
that's awesome. Did they air that one? Did they air that as a podcast? Because
they
did.
I believe they did, because I remember them going in depth in the pronunciation of Louisville.
Okay.
He even said something about me being like thin and pretty, and I was like, oh my God.
Save that one on your phone.
I did. I sent it to all my friends.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
I love it. I love because Ace, he said that a long time ago. He said something like he just talks like no one's listening. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't think anybody's listening to him, so he just talks.
I love it.
And he says things that just like, wow, that's really. He says things that are very personal. Sometimes he's very honest about like his thoughts, his feelings, and whatnot. It's kind of inspiring for me, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that. I love that about him.
Yeah. I'll defend him till I die.
Nice. Well, you might have to.
Yeah.
Because our next guest is, just kidding. All right. So speaking of dying, there's no.
It's quite the segue there, man.
No. So Robbie, it's Ash Wednesday. I didn't really get out much today, so I didn't see anybody. Did you see folks walking around with the ashes on their forehead?
I did not actually.
No?
I work in an office. No, I normally, but
remember, he lives in San Francisco, not the most religious hub you can think of.
Well, I mean, it's in the name.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Remember,
right.
You got a bunch of closet Republicans out there.
There are. I sent you guys a picture today. I found a cell phone. Someone left a cell phone on their seat on the train this morning. I picked it up. I looked at it, and what were they listening to? Ben Shapiro.
Nice.
Ben Shapiro. So I grabbed the phone and actually gave it to the guy working at the booth. And I said, "Hey, can I give this to you?" Someone dropped it, and he was like, "Okay." So yeah, and this person was.
You should have just held on to it, man.
Yeah, I hope they got their phone. Robbie just froze up a minute.
I know
working or liver, but no, I did not.
Oh man, his internet is down, boss. We got to work on that.
I'm here.
There he is. Okay,
I'm here. Coming back. Channeling someone there for a second. I wonder if the guy got his phone. Did he get his phone back?
You know what? I just gave it to the guy, the employee at the station, and he said, "Okay, I'll take it." I said, "Can I give it to you?" He's like, "Yeah, okay."
What if he was listening to like an NPR podcast? Just toss it on the tracks.
I thought about that. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Yeah. But no, I did not see any ashes today. I saw plenty of people kind of walk by and come in and out, but I don't know if it's like a COVID thing. There's not a lot of people walking to and from my office building, but we are seeing an increasing amount of people. But nobody. Maybe they were gonna do it later. You don't have to do it in the morning, right? I don't know.
You can. My mom did.
Okay.
I feel like
well,
it's
you don't have to. You
cheating
can, but you
do
don't
it.
have to.
I'm not really sure what it symbolizes. You were gonna tell us all about that. I feel like it'd be cheating if you do it at like 11:30. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. Well, what if you get all your sins and all your drinking and all your swearings in before the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I mean, God knows what's in your heart. So if you
exactly.
like, I'm gonna start at 11:59.
He's wise to your ruse. He knows what's really going on.
It'll be 40 days, but it'll be like 39. Barely 39 days in 1 hour.
Well, exactly. Look, I didn't grow up Catholic. All I know is it's the start of the 40-day Lent period where many people give up and sacrifice a certain thing.
Why?
It is officially known as the Day of Ashes. And it's a day of repentance, when the Christians confess their sins and profess their devotion to God. So during the Mass, a priest places some ashes on their forehead and in the shape of a cross. Mm-hmm. And why? I guess
with
it's
their
just
thumb, because it has to be done.
I think
that has to be done like that, right?
Yeah, I don't think they can do the index.
It doesn't count if it uses any other finger.
Yeah, no.
I wonder if there is a priest somewhere that's just like, man, I'll do this however I want.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or I'm if sure it's like, because I mean, it kind of like it looks cool when when they do the thumb.
Oh, it does. It does look.
I'm just being honest.
Sometimes when I see my mom and before, we kind of kid around, I'm like, all right, mom, are you can you bless me? And she does the whole, all right, son. And she does the thing. And I'm cool. Thanks, mom.
She's just like, this is how she's like that.
Yeah. Go.
Adrian, you might have some thoughts. So feel free to jump in and correct Rob whenever you want.
Okay. So, that like Mardi Gras is
it's tied in.
Mm-hmm.
So Fat Tuesday is like the last day before you can get like all of your crazy sins in. So that's why Mardi Gras is like you drink, you're crazy, you do whatever, and then the next
sacrifices,
day, Yeah, so like you get all of your bad stuff out of the way, and so the next day on Lent is when you give it all up. So, I mean, as far as like giving stuff up, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to give anything up, it's not going to be. I don't know. I don't really believe in. I'm not Catholic, so maybe if I was Catholic, I would feel like. But I mean, I know people that give up like smoking or drinking or like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it lasts. So I think that people are like fooling themselves. So
you're more like you should just cut back. Like 40 days of cutting back.
Cut back a little bit. Don't do it.
40 days of moderation.
Moderation.
Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny, right?
I don't know.
I was telling Chris, like I didn't grow up with this, but it seems a little weird because what if it's like, okay, well, all right, I'm going to go 40 days porn free. What? I'm 41. I got to go back to porn. Like, I can't wait.
The Bible says, don't lie. It says, don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's probably
40 days, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of days. 40 days is a lot of days.
Yeah.
It flies by before you know it.
I don't know. I wonder if like it was 40 days, not as much time to a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? They're like
elaborate.
The year zero. the year zero or 30 AD. You're a shepherd. Like 40 days, is that like not a big deal?
I don't know. It seems like
or is it like worse?
Was a lot longer back then when you didn't have shit to do. Like, I mean, think about like everything that you do in a day and how fast your day goes by. But like, if you were just a shepherd, like in the desert, like how long 40 days would be?
Maybe, but then I feel like what we don't know about these people way back, they just slept a lot.
Is that what you think? They just slept. They're just some lazy sacks of shit.
Had kids, a lot of kids.
I put a lot of thought into this.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot of sheep also. Everybody had sheep. Everyone was a shepherd.
3 to 5 minutes of thought. No, because their work was so difficult that as soon as the sun goes down, they're just like, damn this, I got to go to bed.
Exhausted.
So like, and then they're up at the crack of dawn. So they wind up sleeping, I don't know. Yeah. What's that? Do the math. 18 hours a day. I don't know.
Look at that.
No, they sleep a lot, right? So it's like they're just like, thank God, like, I don't know. But then for us, we have a lot more to look forward to. We have a lot more going on. So maybe 40 days of giving up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
give up
I
shit.
put no thought into that at all.
Yeah.
So you're not going to give up anything. You're not going to cut back. You're probably going to step it up. You're probably going to ratchet it up a little bit.
Yeah.
What about?
I'm trying to be a better driver. I think that if anything, I'm going to try to be a better driver because I'm a really bad driver.
Definitely.
So I'll try to do something good. Yeah.
Well, how about this? Do the shops, the cake shops and donut shops, do you see maybe less people going because they give up sugar?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Big Cake. Big Cake is against this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so
you're Big Cake.
We have to put out like $5 coupons and stuff to lure people in. Yeah.
Big Cake has a war on Christmas and Lent.
Yes.
Big Cake doesn't want you giving up anything.
But then come Easter, people want chocolate and they want cookies and stuff. So we just kind of
you got to double down.
Yeah, we do.
Hike up your prices to make up for Lent.
Yes.
Yeah. Smart.
A lot of bunny themed cakes also.
Yes. We sold lots and lots of king cakes this year. Tons of king cakes. You know what a king cake is, right?
No.
King cake.
It's a oval cake and it's made of like a croissant dough. And then we glaze.
I like the sound of that.
And then we put the 3 different colors of Mardi Gras, and then we hide a little plastic baby inside.
This is a Mardi Gras thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And so when you buy the cake and then you serve it at your party, whoever gets it,
they have to cook the meal next time.
Have to do the next big party or cake, whatever. So yeah.
Well, they could.
Lots and lots of those this year.
In a Hispanic household, they could get that baby right in the eye.
Normally, though, we're not shoving people's faces into those cakes, into those breads, though. It's not the same.
No.
Nah.
Well, you said croissant dough. I had a cronut last week.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. Yeah. Do you make those?
We do.
Excellent.
Lots of those. We got lots of fat people. So let me tell you something about the South, right? People are fat. Hopefully no one's watching this that knows who I am, but we definitely market to the fat people.
Well, we spent a lot of money on our advertising budget for this episode in the Louisville area.
Yeah,
really broke the bank.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
You know what? Do you guys? I mean, so I don't want to criticize or anything like that, but I like classic.
What do you mean? That's all we do here. That's all that Ace does is fucking.
I know when I say I don't want to do it, I totally want to do it. It's like
indulge yourself.
I'm like, I don't want to be rude or anything. It's like I want to be rude. It's like when you say with all due respect, you don't have to. You don't have to give anybody respect. But what was I saying now? I don't even remember.
Okay.
Fat people.
So, Go ahead.
Oh no, the donuts, so I like regular donuts, right? Like glazed donuts, really good. Okay. For kids, maybe sprinkles on it and some icing, chocolate. But then there's this donut place around here that went all out, and every donut's got a box of cereal on it.
Stupid.
You know what I mean?
Stupid.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Stupid. Listen.
Yeah, it's like they just take a donut and put Fruity Pebbles on it.
When you get home,
and then charge $5 a donut.
It's crazy expensive too.
It's a gimmick.
But you got to capitalize, because I remember when during one of our ASOL trips, I was the weekend that Prince died. We went to Voodoo Donuts, and the most popular donut was the Prince donut, and it was that weekend that he died. So each time a celebrity dies, you got to capitalize on that.
Oh.
I hope you had a Betty White, cake or something.
Oh, so they actually had, okay, I see. So they already had celebrity donuts. It wasn't like they decided to commemorate his death with a purple donut. They already had a Prince purple donut.
No, you go
on the menu.
Flow. You go with the flow. So if something is happening in the moment, you have to like Tiger King, when that was huge on whatever it was, TikTok, whatever, Netflix. I made this 2-tiered cake that was like orange icing with like tiger stripes, and like the Tiger King was on top with the tiger, like a fondant, whatever. We sold like so many of those. So yeah, you absolutely have to like pounce on what is going on at the
Give us an
moment.
idea, like what's the price point for a Tiger King cake?
$250.
Good Lord.
Whoa.
2-tier cake, feeds about 25 people, but it's kick ass. So like it's worth every
I get it.
There's no competition. Like
Yeah.
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at cake. So like in art, so I can make anything. So like,
All right.
you know,
I have a follow-up then. What in all your history of making cakes, what's been the most challenging one you ever had to work on?
the most challenging one I've ever had to work on was a replica of the Ohio State University football field. And it was for some huge executive over in Louisville that was a huge Ohio State fan. He was like some finance guy, and it was for his birthday. He was turning like 80, and they wanted the whole cake to look like the stadium of Ohio State. And it literally took me like 4 days, but I mean, it was to the frickin' T. And so that was probably the most challenging one. I think I had a couple nervous breakdowns in the middle of that. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the trade-off, because I mean, you got to do really well on those because they're just so custom. But yeah, it's like, I got to imagine it's so stressful.
You do.
Like you got a
And
major
I'm like a
deadline.
perfectionist. Like if it doesn't look perfect, I will scrape it and redo it like a million times. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking at images of the stadium right now just to get a reference point, and that's quite the job you had to do there.
Pretty intricate. Yeah. Pretty intricate. But I live for it. I love it. I mean, I basically live and breathe cake. It's all I do. So
Right.
Have you been featured on like Food Network yet?
I haven't. And the reason that I haven't, I've been actually asked to do some of the shows, like some of the competition shows. But the problem is that I can't leave the bakery. If I leave the bakery, they ask me to go for like, a week, 2, 3, 4 at a time. Like if it's a competition show, you might have to pay for like 5 weeks. And at this point, it's like, I have to be here to work. So I've never been able to like leave for that amount of time. So I've never been able to be on any of the like national shows, but locally, like we do TV, every major holiday they'll come and like, the news and whatever we'll do. And then cool. We do the crazy stuff, but I can't leave. So
yeah, I was thinking about, that's got to be tough. But I was thinking about if they've ever like come, because they, like, I don't know, like diner, wouldn't fit for like Guy Fieri, but they have these shows where they go around and they showcase places and cities and all that. I don't know.
I mean, it would be awesome if someone would come here and
but you're already the premier.
Yeah.
You're already dominating. So
it's crazy though. Like the labor pool right now, it's, since COVID for sure. I mean, it's basically me and like 2 other decorators. It's people just don't want to work. It's struggling. I mean, yeah.
If you had the time, would you do the shows? What do you think of those shows?
Absolutely. I would do it. And I know that I could pit myself against any of those people and probably win. I mean, I think I could probably win. Just my work ethic and my, my skill, I could definitely do it. Absolutely.
Well, what would it take? Do you have what would it take to get you away for a couple weeks?
More employees, man.
It would take more employees. Exactly.
But can anybody fill your shoes for a couple weeks?
Yeah. Or just kind of like shutting down like production. But like literally like this past week, I took my daughter to the concert in Atlanta, and then like we did a little side trip to Gatlinburg. And it was like, I had to double up on cakes, and people were so pissed off. Like when they were calling for cakes for that week, like, and we were like, no, she's going to be gone. I mean, people were pissed that we couldn't do their cakes, but it's still.
Yeah. Probably better to just stick with the bakery at this point. Maybe. I don't know.
I know.
You should use
it's exciting though. It's exciting. They're asking.
Yeah. It is.
Get some more bodies in your building to help you out during this
the
time.
Louisville Jeff Bezos of cakes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't, the employees, you need some, I don't know, some good employee labor to kind of exploit.
But nobody wants to work, Robbie. It's a problem.
Hey, Robbie, send some of your family over to her place.
I've got some cousins looking. They're just waiting outside the Home Depot. But
if you ever, Robbie has like a mobile sweatshop.
Oh yeah,
that he can retool for whatever, like
an RV van,
like branded condoms or cakes.
Oh, I do. I really do have branded condoms.
Yeah, he's got we're not joking.
Not joking.
He's got sweatshop capability, manufacturing capabilities. We should say.
All right. So I'm curious, back to the Corolla world. I know you said that you love a lot of what the man says. Is there anything that you do disagree that he talks about?
Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I can honestly say that everything that he talks about, I agree with. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever disagreed with him. I mean, he's got one guest that he loves that I don't like. And it's
here we go. I got to give you shit for it.
I say it all the time. And I
got to give you shit for that, man. He's I love when he shows up Adam Ray, for those of you that.
I got blasted on Facebook, but it's Adam Ray. I
love his appearances, man. I just get so baked and I just sit back and that shit's just like at the end of a fucking crazy day. That shit's just like relaxing as fuck, dude.
So maybe I'm just crazy, but like it just feels very forced. Like when he does his comedy, like some of the stuff is funny, but it feels like he's just trying like too hard to like fit in. And I guess my problem is that I compare him to someone like Kyle Dunnigan, who it just seems like it comes so naturally and so easily. And like when he's doing, he goes into his bits or whatever, it's like Adam doesn't have to even prompt him. He just knows, like, more professional. And Adam Ray, it just feels like he wants to be part of the podcast so much that he's trying too hard and he's kind of overstepping his bounds a little bit. And I feel like, I don't know. And I've got blasted like a million times on the Facebook page, but
yeah, I'm just kind of confused by your wrong opinion. No, I can kind of get it, because there's certain ones that everybody's got a guess that they like that other people don't. It's kind of confused, or they don't like that everybody else does. But I think Adam Ray just has a lot of he just has a lot of talent. Like he's got a lot of stuff in him.
Definitely has potential. I think that he's got potential, but I think that like when I compare him to, the other more professional ones, I don't know. And then that one, and then the other one that I just cannot stand is that ass back crack ball sack, whatever the fuck.
Oh, Tim Conway Jr. I think.
I'm
was it Brian Whitman?
No, Brian Whitman.
Yeah, it's Brian Whitman.
Yeah.
Forward. I'm like, I'm sorry, Adam. I love you, but I just don't. I'm just not. I can't.
First of all, the last one went on a little long, but I don't know. I think the first time I heard it, I almost died, and was one episode where I kept rewinding it because I was just like, "What is this?" It was just so insane.
Yeah.
I love you, Christopher, but I just disagree.
It's okay. I mean, you'll come around.
First of all, I think you sound like all my former lovers out there. He's got potential. Okay, thank you. Yeah. That's triggering me. First of all, secondly, okay, I've got a question.
I wish I knew Adam Ray just so I could text him and be like, "Hey."
He probably hates my guts because I know he's on the page. He's like
that fucking Baker bitch. I got enough for her.
What do you think of what about
said you have potential?
His buddy.
Everything's going to be good, buddy.
Brad Williams. What do you think about Brad Williams?
I think Brad Williams is funny. I think he's funny.
That's a no. That's I like him.
I do enjoy him. I think he's funny. Yeah, I like him. I definitely do not fast forward through his clips.
I like Brad Williams a lot, but I don't really. He doesn't make me laugh that hard, and he laughs a lot.
Yeah,
like he's always laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah, true. When you laugh at your own jokes, that's
like every single one.
Yeah. So for me, number one is definitely.
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm gonna tell jokes and not laugh. I got to make sure the rest of this episode.
I'm gonna judge the hell.
Everything's gonna be straight faced.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have to know, what's the one thing that you think Ace would disagree or not like about you?
Oh yeah,
Oh God, about me.
Yeah.
definitely the hatred of his
Adam
most
Ray.
favorite guests, and Brian Whitman.
I don't put my keys in the same place every day. So every day I lose
Fucking rebel, dude.
my
Holy
fucking
shit.
keys. Like every single day I
You just
am
toss
like
them.
going crazy looking for my keys, and everyone around here is like, Adrian, if you would just put your keys in the same place. So I mean, I've tried to like put my keys in the refrigerator and but it just doesn't work. But I
Try
think
a new place every day.
like if I was his girlfriend or his wife, I think he would get very frustrated with me because I'm not consistent like that. Yeah. I mean,
You would change for him.
I would change for him.
You would work on that for him.
Leave him on your makeup counter.
Most definitely. Absolutely.
Learning a lot about you.
I've got a question for you. So Bald Brian, he does all his drops and everything. And a lot of them make me laugh. What do you have a favorite drop of his?
Favorite drop of Bald Brian. Well, I love it when he does the laugh, that Lackey or whatever laugh.
Like us, yeah.
I like us, yeah. I love that. That
creepy laugh or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
And I love it when he does the sunny laugh, the one that he goes
just a waste of my time.
Yeah, that one's a good one. I mean, overall, I love Bald. I really do love Bald Brian. I met him at the concert at the show, and he was totally down to earth, totally nice. He was looking for a ride back to Louisville to get to his wife for his daughter's birthday or whatever. Seems very like down to earth. I do like him.
Yeah.
He can be a little bit uptight sometimes about like, I don't know. Sometimes I think he's a little bit liberal for me. But
You can come out and say it. It's okay.
I mean, I like him for the most part, and I love Gina, but I think that sometimes him and Bald and Gina get like on a little bit of a roll together with their liberal.
Sure.
I'm not down with that at all.
So. Who's your favorite Lackey?
My favorite Lackey would would Dawson be a Lackey?
No.
Nah.
Dawson's his own man.
He's the voice of the show.
So a Lackey would be maybe Kalen. Was he be a Lackey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Kalen. I do, because I listen to
Water Cooler.
Crying Out Loud.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in love with Lynette Carolla. I love her. And I think I like him. Yeah, probably the best.
Hey, I have a question for you then, since you listen to For Crying Out Loud. Do you feel that you...
Oh God, here we go. I'm gonna get canceled.
No. Do you feel that
you must be in their group, right?
I am in their group big time. I got busted too for posting too many pictures of my cats, by the way.
Who is this chick thinking that she's drowning in pussy?
I got called the fuck out.
Damn.
Dang. So how is it like a max of like 3 per day or something?
Yeah, well, I got this brand new cat, a little Persian cat. She was the cutest thing. Her name is Dinky. And so I was posting like lots of pictures of her, and like it was getting like 1 million likes, and people were like commenting, and everyone was like waiting for posts of Dinky. I mean, she was the cutest thing. And then I finally got like a personal message from one of the administrators saying, this group is not for posting like, personal things. And we've gotten some, complaints about too many Dinky posts or whatever. So I was like, well, fuck that, whatever. So then I stopped posting of Dinky. So I was like, but I kind of expected that from that group a little bit. But yeah.
I would expect that reaction. I didn't expect there would be a lot of cat posts in that group.
Yeah, there really weren't. I was the only one.
Oh, you were the only one. Well, okay.
Pictures of like their kids, and so I think that they like group me in the same kind of category.
Oh, so they're really saying stop posting pictures of your damn kids and your cats.
This is not a picture. They're like gonna post
a
place for your cat. I was like, fuck you.
Sad.
I'm assuming you're not one of those woke yentas.
No, I am not. And I have to hold my tongue. Oh my God. I mean, I just don't, because you will get banned from that group.
I've heard of those.
Yeah.
it's a lot of wokeness. It's very entertaining, and that's why I listen. But I will say that I disagree with probably 90% of what is over the
Are you more? Do you agree more? Because on Lynette's, I guess, point of view, yeah,
I do, and I think that Lynette maybe is influenced a little bit, and like has to. I personally think that Lynette kind of plays into like what the norm is for that group, but I don't think that Lynette really agrees with a lot of it. Yeah, I don't think so. I think she's much more pragmatic.
Hopefully,
I think that she's much more kind of
can find out
conservative
one
in her
day.
thinking. Yeah, but you know, she's got a show to do, so she has to, you know, kind of play along. I think.
That makes
I
sense.
think most people that are woke are even pragmatic in their own life still. It's just like what they say and can get away with writing online.
Yeah.
Like, where there's just no accountability to anything.
But I mean, you say one thing sideways in that group and you are canceled. So I just kind of like, you know, watch the drama unfold and I don't say too much. So,
you know, that kind of sucks because we have people of various, you know, backgrounds and races and sexes and everything in the main, you know, Ace Holes group. And it's like you have your like really like I can have strong feelings on some things, but if I don't like your opinion, I probably won't. I'll just see it and I'll just kind of shrug and be like, okay, whatever. Anyways, next. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's really weird to want to kill opinions different than yours. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I mean, the only hill
it's like it's not like I want to debate you on, or we want to like find a place where we disagree or agree to disagree. It's like no. I need to obliterate your opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your opinion is just askew,
it's
like
such a threat to me.
It's like, no, you are wrong. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's because it's a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know. I don't really deal with any people like that at all, but I'm aware of like groups like that, and yeah. I think I like to try to think they're not real.
In my business, I have to be like super conscious of like the things that I say, like politically, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm selling my product to everybody. So I have to kind of be very careful, you know, what I say. So, you know, every once in a while there's like, you know, I've got like a Trump 2020 sticker, like on one of my things that when I'm taking pictures of my cakes, like I have to make sure I crop it out and stuff like that. It's kind of sucks, but it is what it is, whatever.
It does suck. And it doesn't suck because of regular people, because like you post that and most people be like, would just not even pay attention. Or if they see it, they'd be like, okay, I just want to buy a cake from her, but it's like, whatever. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I think everybody would like to live in a world where they could say, and they might lose a few customers, like honestly, but it's not, and you would pay that price, I think.
Right.
But it's not that. It's no. Someone from outside is going to come and find you and just try to destroy you.
Well, I'll tell you that in the beginning, when this all started, like before like COVID, and it was, you know, the whole, you know, Black Lives Matter thing, there were protests in downtown Jeffersonville, and there was, you know, like people like marching through the streets. So I was literally at home one day, and I heard of a protest that was actually going to happen like through downtown Jeffersonville. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down to my bakery, and I'm going to put all of the chairs that are on my patio inside, just in case people are crazy and they want to like throw chairs through my window, just literally like protecting my business. So I was on my way down here, and the police had like blockaded like the whole like section, so I couldn't get to the bakery. So I was like, you know, what the heck? And the police were like, you can't go down there. And I was like, all I want to do is just go to my business and put my chairs in, just so the windows don't get broken. And so they were like, no, you have to stay. So I saw this like, you know, whole crowd of people like screaming and stuff, and I was like, what the hell? So I got on Facebook, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, I just need to get to my business. Well, someone literally like picked up on that, and like,
what do you mean you got on Facebook? You went on like Facebook Live or something?
On my personal page, right?
Yeah, okay.
So someone that I knew actually like took that and put it out on the masses, and it went fucking viral. So it was horrible. Like the whole bakery got canceled. It was terrible. It went viral. It was like in all the different states, and people were like literally like canceling the bakery. And so, I mean, we got total hate crime. People were standing every night for like a month. People were standing outside of the bakery screaming like, fuck your cupcakes. I mean, it was horrible.
That's insane.
One morning I came to work and there were pictures, screenshots of me like on my Facebook, like kind of like, what the hell? And they had printed them out and plastered them with super glue all over the front of my building and like super glued my door. I mean, they tried to cancel me like so hard. It was terrible. But I will tell you that in that time, we were like 500% more busy than for the people that were supporting us than the people that were canceling us. So I've been there, done that. It's like, whatever. So, I mean, I want to speak my mind and I want to speak, but like having a business, you have to be I've learned to be like super careful of like what I say, because
and even if you're like willing to pay the price, it's like that price could be like, you have no idea what it is. You don't know what the price is going to be.
Right in the beginning of everything, when everyone was getting like canceled. So I was like, but I mean, since then it's all back to normal now. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like the power of people to be able to like screw with a business.
Well, and then it's just crazy. It can just go back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A couple of years later too. It's like, yeah.
It's the news cycle. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that's old news, whatever. This is the new thing that's going. So
yeah.
Oh, for sure. You know what would have helped was all these businesses here in my area have those signs that say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do we know? I walk by those businesses and I'm like, yeah, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, right. I'm sure they believe this, but okay, do your thing, try and protect your own business. But
I mean, I don't even see how like that brand survives. Like the national organization is in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
Like even from the charter organizations around the country are like suing the national organization.
Now it's like back then it was like, like, oh my God, yes. But like now it's like people, they kind of think of it. And it's really sad because I mean, the voice was like just lost with all of the crazy protests and all of like, people smashing out people's windows. And it just, I mean, what was really important to the people that like started it, it lost its, I don't know. It became a joke. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as soon as it gets violent and there's destruction, I mean, it's like that goes beyond, okay, you're angry. There's anger. Okay. It's righteous anger. Okay. But all right, that's enough. Police cars burning. I mean, you're going to lose a lot of public support.
Yeah.
When you had it, I don't know.
Right. And I mean, my philosophy for the past 20 years, I mean, I sell to everyone. Like I'm not like, it was a dumb thing to like put on me. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell? I mean, I've got tons of customers of all races. If you want to marry your dog, I don't give a shit. I'll make your wedding cake. Like, I don't care what your personal preference is. Like, I'm here to make money. So, it becomes lost.
Well, what would you think of a baker that says, I don't want to bake a cake for a gay marriage or something like that?
I think they're stupid. I think they're actually retarded. I mean,
like stupid business wise.
You're making money. Like you're in the business of making money. So, I mean, I understand that if you've got like these morals, but maybe you shouldn't be in the business then, you know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't know. I would make a cake for anyone. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm more libertarian than I am anything. I think that I'm definitely more conservative on fiscal issues because, I own a business and blah, blah, blah. But like, as far as like love and stuff, who am I to judge? I'm not going to judge anyone. You know what I mean? You love who you love. Who am I going to say? So I don't care.
Like me, I oversee employees at at a couple of locations, and every time it's around the holiday time, the building owners will bring these electric menorahs. So when it's Hanukkah time, they want us to, or the staff, to kind of turn the lights on, and you have to follow the rules, which most of us who are not Jewish, we don't know what's going on. But my fear, and that's not a fear, it's not a major deal. Thankfully, I haven't had any issues, is if I have an employee, okay, can you go ahead and just turn this light on when it's sundown on this day? I always think to myself, one of these days, there's going to be someone that says, hey, that's not my religion. I don't want to. But at the same time, I'm gonna be sympathetic to that, because I really don't care. So I'll be like, okay, well, fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll have either someone else do it, or hey, I might do it myself, But
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like, hey, maybe they'll have the right to, feel uncomfortable, with it. Let's say Ash Wednesday, if there's a priest, a mobile priest that comes to your work location, and he's offering, ash to everybody, I'll be like, it's okay, thank you, appreciate it,
Right.
But you don't want to be forced into, I don't know, doing it. But yeah, like you said, business wise, hey, dude, yeah.
I mean, that's why we're in this business, to make
Yeah,
money. I mean, I'm not here to push my religious, you have to separate. You have to separate politics and business. You have to. I've got, 60 employees in my company. Like, not everyone has my politics.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to separate.
It's just like family. I'm sure, when you go to Thanksgiving with family, it's not like everyone's going to align.
No.
But you don't want to let that separate that family, bond or whatever you might have.
It's true. And we've had many a blowout in our big Italian family where one person is like, my daughter is 17. She's woke as hell. I mean, all these teenagers are woke, and just Mom, how could you say that? Oh, and I'm like, you're 17. You don't know. Your Grammy, she's from the old school. You're just going to have to whatever. But I mean, it's the new generation for sure. I'm seeing that for sure with her. I mean, it's kind of cool to be gender fluid, and I mean, it's what it is. And I have to kind of accept, I don't know. It's hard for me because I'm almost 50, so I'm from the old school, some of my terminology is, my mom, my daughter's like, how can you say those words? And I'm like, I mean, it's
was she on the, was it her on the other, was it her on the other side of the street yelling F your cupcakes? She was on the, she was trying to cancel you.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I mean, she was actually canceling me for a while, and then she started to get death threats she did, and she was yeah, it was bad.
So you made you went live, just what's going on? What? Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was bad. I went live. That was the mistake that I made. I should have never gone live, and I should have never teared up and gone live on my personal page. That was stupid. I realized that was my mistake. Because people screenshotted that. They made flyers of my face crying, and they were like, she cares more about her chairs than human lives. And I'm like, no, I mean, it got to the point where we literally had undercover cops coming to us and saying, listen, the chatter over, in the Occupy Louisville they're coming to cut your lines to your walk-in cooler in the back. I mean, it got really, really bad. And I was just, it was horrible. But, everyone that, knew me from the news were like, just Adrienne, just be quiet. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Just shut up for a while. And it eventually, the news cycle kind of went to something else. But I've been there, done that. It's just, it's busier than ever now. So whatever.
Great. Yeah. Well, good for you. Congratulations for fighting through it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. So Adam Kroll, we got some rants. So all right. So speaking of fighting, do you guys know where Ukraine is? I think it's next to Russia. I got that part.
You can see Ukraine from Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin has her coffee every morning, looks out and sees Ukraine. Just the mountain part, though. I don't know. She never really said that.
No, she didn't.
But
it was. I think she said it's really close. Something like
I don't even know. I mean, I think she said something really reasonable, and then it just got taken. Like she said, she said she could see Russia from her patio. Anyway, so that's it. So Ukraine, there's a war going on over there.
Family of 3 says western border of Russia.
Western border of Russia. Yeah. So it's over there. It's in like prime real estate, right?
Yeah.
In whatever Western or Eastern Europe, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I guess Russia is winning. That's kind of what I'm gathering, despite.
Are they? Yeah. I mean, Ukraine was giving them a good fight for a bit, right?
I don't really know. That's the trick. So I mean, it's really hard.
So why are you over here saying that Russia's winning if you don't really know, Chris?
Because they just took a city, and they've been taking cities, and it's like,
oh shoot.
And you kind of read between the lines of the news reports, they'll say like Russian soldiers not going well, and they're bogged down outside of Kiev and all this stuff, as if like there was like a story about how one line they ran out of gas. They had a tank run out of gas. Like, okay, really? You expect us to believe that? And we were talking about earlier, like they expect us to believe that they're just all buffoons or something.
Yeah.
And they keep saying, oh, the sanctions, we're going to keep sanctioning. It's working. And they're feeling the pressure. We're doing all this stuff. And it's like, well, it doesn't seem to be stopping them. Because if you look at the live feeds, they're just bombing and shelling cities and taking cities.
And taking names also.
So I feel like it's like, that's what's happening. And they're just going to keep rolling. But our reports are making it seem like it's not going well for Russia. But it seems like it's going okay.
I watched a Planet Money, or I listened to a Planet Money podcast for NPR, and they were talking about how Russia has kind of like sanction-proofed their country and like stockpiled tons and tons of money. And I mean, from that podcast alone, it just seems like they're kind of a little bit untouchable.
They say that the reserve is only good enough for a year, though. So after a year, it might be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They also have this thing where they don't care about humans. They don't really care.
They don't give a shit.
Like it's like when you can just be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So shut up or stop me. It's like you can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. It's Kyiv. I know it's Kyiv now.
That's the proper,
Kyiv.
right?
That's the Ukrainian pronunciation.
Because if you say Kiev, it's like the Russian, bad word or whatever.
I'm glad I heard that on the Adam Carolla podcast the last day or so. Maybe it was this morning, because otherwise I was kind of like rooting against the Ukrainians, because I don't really like it when you change the pronunciation of your names, like your towns and stuff like that. I think it's confusing.
I agree what they were saying today. Like, we can handle proper pronunciation, or at least we can try, just like, well, what about Hawaii? I sometimes I don't want to give the energy to say like Hawaii, you got to pause. Hawaii. I just say Hawaii, but I guess the proper,
mainlander.
Whenever we talk about Hawaii, which is not often, I'm always a little disappointed that you don't say it right.
Yeah. I have to say Hawaii,
Yeah. Show some respect. No, I didn't even know it was that they had that whole Hawaii.
Right. They do.
Hawaii. Come on. Well, that's what I was saying, but I'm okay. I guess I understand that it's an insult to call them Kiev, because that's the Russian pronunciation of the city. So give them a pass on that.
Yeah.
Give them a pass. And they're talking in Family of 3. Jeff, he's talking about the team, the Russian. What was it? Adam's Ace Man's little brother had a friend named Russian kid named Team.
Always tagged along.
He used to curse a lot. Yeah, smacking these beaches.
Quoting that House of Pain.
Tricks and hoes. Yeah. He's probably fighting for the other side.
It's hard to know what's going on over there, and I'm just kind of looking at like the real hard facts, like mayor of this town said it has fallen and the Russian military is setting up a military administration for the town. Like, okay. I don't think the sanction worked for them. The sanctions work for them. So, and then also not sanctioning. I mean, it's changing every day in all fairness. So they started off sanctioning a bunch of things and they were carving out a bunch of loopholes, like all these special like loopholes in the sanctions so that, the Italians could keep buying the diamonds from Russia. And
what's up with that, Adrian?
Europe keeps getting the,
people.
It's something else, but
all of our gas from them or something. I mean,
Europe gets a lot of their energy from them, which I mean, it's become a cliche now, but it's really pretty damn simple. So then that's kind of the weird thing. It's like Putin has said, take the safety switches off the nukes, and his minister is saying things like the next world war will be a nuclear war, like have no doubt about it. I mean, they're saying very threatening things and like talking about nuclear weapons. But the oil and all the energy is still flowing. Like, so it's like, it's hard to tell like how serious this is because, if they thought they were really serious, they'd start cutting off the energy, cutting off the pipeline.
Chris, come on. But we're dumping all our vodka. We're not drinking any vodka anymore.
Yeah, that's really retarded. That's really
pay for it.
Yeah. It's already paid for.
Yeah. But I guess, there is this thing where propaganda, I don't really like it. I don't like being manipulated, but propaganda means something, because they're just hoping like all these like videos come out of Ukraine. Most of them are fake. I mean, they're not aimed towards you and me. They're trying to get it to where a Russian soldier, see these videos and maybe for an instant they believe. For a little while, they believe that something terrible happened to, other Russian soldiers, or they're afraid because there really is a wolf or a ghost or a shark of Kiev and all these like these fake memes.
Shot down 6 jets.
Yeah. The ghost of Kiev.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like all they really did was show a picture of a guy near, like standing next to an airplane. And they're like, this is the ghost of Kiev. He shot down 5 fighter, it just.
He looks suspiciously like Tom Cruise too.
But propaganda has a purpose, propaganda is like, so I don't really blame like the president of Ukraine for getting on camera and like, I don't know, playing up for the camera, because it works.
Sure.
It works. And it's not aimed at you and me. It's aimed at like
of Ukraine, like really good looking or something. Because I keep seeing
he's the latest sweetheart.
I keep seeing all these TikToks where like people are like going crazy over him. Is he?
I don't know. I didn't know. I think
he's sexy or something.
I think he's had some good lines. Like he's been. I mean, he worked in entertainment, so he's delivered some really entertaining, like really quotable soundbite lines. Like we don't need we don't need a ride. We need ammunition.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Which, I mean, Hollywood couldn't do it any better than that.
Right.
So, yeah.
You haven't seen him on the cover of the latest Teen Beat magazine? I'll send it to you.
Ukrainian Tiger Beat.
Yeah.
Siberian Tiger Beat.
What I also read was I was telling Chris that he did the voice apparently because, he was an actor, I guess, and a comedian or comedic actor. He did the voice of the dub version of Paddington Bear, the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's not only is he sexy, he's hung like a bull. He also does, or that's what I heard somewhere. Actually he's dating Kim Kardashian, I heard.
Oh,
now.
good.
She dropped Pete Davidson. Now she's dating this guy, President Zelensky.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That is funny. What if we were talking about Sean Penn was over there, or Adam was talking about that, but what if a bunch of celebrities did like go over to Kiev or Kyiv, and they're like we dare you, Putin, to take over the city while a bunch of like celebrities on like the biggest celebrities on earth are here.
Right.
They don't give a fuck at this
point. You killed George Clooney, you're gonna have people coming after you.
Right.
Or like, David Beckham or, somebody that has like an international appeal.
Use their celebrity. I mean, do it. If you're going to do it.
I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. It seems like he just kind of, nothing's really slowing him down. I'm sure he has a plan or a backup plan. I don't know. I'm kind of fascinated by the social media aspect of it too, because it's like, you kind of imagine what would it be like, what would it be like when there's like a war and you have social media and it's not like in, the deserts of Syria or something like that. But then it's all like curated and cultivated and there's an algorithm showing you things. And there's an algorithm making sure that you see things that Facebook or Twitter thinks that you'll like a viewpoint of the war that Twitter and Facebook thinks you're going to engage with.
Mm-hmm.
B. Frank says that Steven Seagal will fight all of the celebs.
I heard, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Isn't he with Russia supposedly?
He's the official mayor of Russia now. All Russia.
Yeah,
is the sheriff of Russia.
So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I hear.
I'm surprised Biden hasn't called him into his office and be like, "Hey, talk to your boy, man. What's up?"
Wasn't there was something Joe Rogan posted something that was fake?
Oh yeah.
And then he had to take it down. But there was some truth to Steven Seagal has been banned from Ukraine.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Has been banned from the Ukraine because he's so pro-Russia or like Putin's friend or something.
Yeah. I'm sure the grumpy bastards might have more info on this since they're more of the military guys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But right now we're into 22 propaganda, social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc. But back in the day, obviously they had the radio, but didn't in certain wars wouldn't they drop like flyers on the cities with different types of cartoons and messages, and that was their way to kind of spread their propaganda. I
would love to work in that department. Like every day you get to think of something new and clever and hilarious to drop down on the Iraqis or Syrians or whatever we're bombing, whoever we're going after this year.
Why don't you tap into your original calling and be our propagandist then?
Oh, I know. I'd be really good at it. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want me in that.
You should be the head of our propaganda department.
You don't want me in charge of any kind of group that has weapons.
All right.
Or any elevated rights over you. You don't want me involved in that group at all.
Yeah.
No.
I have a question.
You don't want me advising politicians either.
How much is gas where you guys are? Because mine went up to like $4 today.
Mine was $3.50. I just got gas on the way home, but it was $2. I swear I was just thinking this less than an hour and a half ago. I was like, every week I do this and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like you're just like, whatever, so for me, it was like an extra $30, right? So it's like just $30 every week, just poof for the same thing, just poof. Like what if milk was like that? So that sucks. But I know it's even worse in other places. I mean, in Texas, it's really, I think we probably have some of the cheapest gas of the country.
For now.
It was like $4, like $3.90 something.
Yeah. Ours is like close to my house down the street. It's kind of been steady at $4.30, $4.40, but other parts in LA is like $5-6.
Oh my
That's
God.
kind of how we're not really sanctioning. Like, there's not really, if we're not sanctioning Europe and like sanctioning Russia and cutting off the oil they feed to Europe. I mean, if we were to do that, I mean, our gas, you'll wake up tomorrow, gas prices will be even double or triple what they are now. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy. So it's like, there's like threats of nuclear war, but at the same time, these assholes in charge are all kind of like winking with each other and agreeing with each other. Like, let's keep the oil flowing, everybody.
Right.
Whether it's Biden or Vladimir Putin or the president of Ukraine, like no one's threatening the money, the oil that's flowing all around. So it's like,
well, all the Saudis
what the fuck? Like, how big a deal is this?
Collude with Russia. So that's why, that's another reason why our gas prices are, being affected to the degree that they are.
Yeah. Well, we put ourselves at their mercy, I guess. And it's just all so connected. Like, I don't think we really get a lot of our energy from Russia. I don't think, like, as a percentage, but
we don't.
I don't think as a percentage we don't. I don't know. I don't really think so. It's just, but our allies in Europe are living off of it. Mm-hmm. So it puts us in a real bad spot. Mm-hmm. Real bad spot. So.
Well, I'm glad the Taliban has, put out a statement as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're against this war.
Yeah, they said use your words.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So I'm glad that's, what we're. Yeah. So in California, it's B Frank says it's 540 in his area, family of 3, 479. So yeah, I'm in the California area, Bay Area. It's about $5.
Wow.
So yep.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I'm like, everybody's got to be thinking about it, but I guess we just have this power to like try, like we all reminded ourselves of it. Like, cause again, I just got gas a little while ago, but I guess we just forget about it for 6.5 days. And then we're just reminded like, what the fuck? Like
everything is more expensive.
Why? Like, I'll be okay, but like, why are you taking the extra $30 from me? Like, why?
It's crazy. It's my grocery bill, $100 a week is now like 150. There's just, everything is more expensive. Like shampoo is more expensive, soap, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to, if you're like pro Biden, or if you want to try to like steel man Joe Biden and his performance so far and like make the biggest pitch, that's tough right now. It's tough. Yeah. Like everything is really and I'm also kind of like it's a timing thing. Like he also came in, right or wrong, he came in mid COVID. So it's like, yeah, everything's kind of looking bad for him now, but I don't know. I just kind of interested in like the people's reaction to this conflict over there. I feel like there's definitely like a good guy side and a bad guy side, like Russia being bad guys. But I also feel like we've been manipulated and lied to so much for the last like 6 years. I mean, because it's not just COVID, but it was like, and all the restrictions and all that bullshit that we're getting all kinds of information on now, but like the whole Russian collusion hoax. So like everybody that told me that Donald Trump was a Russian spy is now telling me that I don't even know what people are saying. Like all they're saying is like, we should just sanction the hell out of Russia and all Russians and like do just massive piling on. And we're supposed to be patriotic about it. Like there's really like Biden keeps saying we're never going to do troops. We're not going to do anything like that, which great. I'm glad. But it's like, we're just going to sanction them. We're going to like go after their rich people and like seize their yachts and take all their money. It's like, okay.
Well, they're going to,
I don't know what am I supposed to, they are, but they also like, it's like, oh, okay. You took 5 of my 10 billion. What am I going to do? I'm like, what am I going to do with my other 4 yachts?
I don't think our sanctions are going to touch them. I don't know.
I think by the time they do, it'll be too late. It'll be too late, and he'll say, okay, well, fine, I'll back off, but I'm keeping these areas, and that'll be done. And he knows that everybody will be like, okay, okay. Can we go back to, canceling people for whatever?
Right.
We got to go back to this lady in Louisville for her cakes. We got to focus on this cake lady again and shut her down.
Exactly.
She needs another controversy.
Yeah.
Another war.
No, I don't. In fact, everyone that was like, are you going on this podcast tonight? Make sure you don't say anything too crazy because you don't want to get canceled again. I'm like, Don't worry about it. I'm good.
Well,
we haven't gotten to the lightning round yet.
Right.
Lightning round of personal questions.
Oh my God.
Well, let's get to it, man.
And then we're going to play Truth or Dare. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. So I kind of feel weird because I want to like root for something, but it's like that. What? Look, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
To bring it back around to the topic that we had earlier, Lent. As far as I'm concerned, it's canceled due to World War III being so imminent. So eat all the meat that you want, indulge and be a bit more hedonistic. Why not?
You're gonna put on a World War III 10. The freshman 20. You got the World War III 50.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Eat
while you still can before
World War feelings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's getting weird. I don't know. Like, so I listen to Tim Pool a lot, and like he always talks about the normalcy bias or optimism bias that we all have. Like, we just think things are going to be normal, everything's going to be okay. It's like, what if they're not? And like, what if things could really kick off over there? I don't know. Probably not, but why would you say probably not? We say probably not because it's just this normalcy bias or optimism bias. So on that note, I'm just kidding.
I just want, can we get more PlayStation 5s? Who can provide more PlayStation 5s? That's what I want to know.
When is Call of Duty Ukraine coming out?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what we need.
Call of Duty Kyiv.
Don't you have two?
I have one PlayStation 5. Just one.
See,
I don't.
one's
I don't
all you
touch
need,
it.
man. See, there you
touch
go. You don't even need. Why would you need
it's
more?
It's the stepsons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
you get it for Christmas?
I got it for Christmas. Yeah, I haven't touched it, but I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
You haven't played it yet? What?
No. I'm not that interested, to be honest with you. There's so many older games that I haven't played, plus let me a little sidetrack. I'm going to be quick. A lot of these new systems that come out. No, these new systems that come out usually the first year. So I don't know if Manny can back me up. There's a lot of like kind of rehashes, like the PS5 version.
And that's right. It's a PlayStation 5. So
yeah, PlayStation 5. So I don't see until we get more exclusive games and cool new, a brand new PlayStation 5 Uncharted video game then that I can't find on PlayStation 4. Then I'll worry about playing it. Until then I'm okay with what I have, which I don't really play as often as I want to because of adult responsibilities. But I was playing some Need for Speed this past weekend, so that was kind of fun.
Right on.
I got Rocket League installed, so.
Oh, okay, we got to do this.
Yeah,
and the ladies too. So we'll do like a cake team or something.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna do some kind of like gaming
a Twitch
event.
We're gonna do a Twitch one of these days.
Yeah, because Jaden wants to play Rocket League.
Yeah,
I have to practice though.
It's fine.
Not gonna be getting my ass kicked by you fools.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Yeah.
What about okay, Adrian? Quick question. What about would you ever do like a cake themed or pastry themed podcast or something like that? It doesn't have to be every week. It can be. Is there enough in this world for you to kind of talk or anything like that?
In fact, when it was COVID time and like there was nobody coming in the bakery because no one was allowed to go anywhere or do anything. My mother, who is 73, and I started this like live every Friday. We would go live and I would decorate like a cool cake for like an hour. And it got
I've seen it. I remember tuning in once or twice.
Lots and lots of like views. So absolutely. I've always wanted to do it's just finding the time to do it, but I've always wanted to do kind of like a podcast kind of. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I could watch that a lot. Like that's very satisfying. Like it's like what's it called? Piping?
Yeah, piping.
Yeah. That or like the spatula work.
Yeah, like
I'm not even kidding. It's like
making like absolutely. Yeah.
It's like watching the video I shared a couple of weeks ago, the paint stripers for streets. How these guys were just like effortless, like drawing these arrows. And like a lot of times, like you watch these folks finishing the cakes and like the icing and all that. It's like effortless. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Completely satisfying. And like sometimes like you do like time lapse stuff where like you'll do the cake from start to finish and then like speed it up. That's kind of cool too. Yeah.
Well, it's about
says ASMR cake baking decorating channel.
Right.
Yeah. So you can this is the cake and
sometimes though, sometimes those things can backfire though, because I saw this random video on YouTube or maybe it was Twitter. And it was like an Asian technique for these like really ornate drawings. But it turns out they're not really ornate drawings at all. It's just a technique where they put stuff on a piece of paper and they like shake it in a way. I mean, and it's incredible, but they're not painting it. It's just a technique like Bob Ross, when he doesn't really paint a tree, he just puts
right
it around in that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I've been impressed by these Asians for years, all these things. And now it's just like, man, that took 10 minutes. Right. It looked like something you look at it, you're just like, wow. Right. Like that must have taken them a decade to learn and a year to paint. And it's like, no. He did it in 5 minutes with a toothpick.
Have you ever done flan? You can start an OnlyFlans.
You know what? I've never done flan, but I've actually had many requests for it. So, but I've never actually done it. It's kind of like a custard, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think you would probably need a bigger Salvadorian community maybe in your area. I don't know.
I don't know. Whitey likes flan, dude. Flan is good.
A lot of quinceañeras. Like the quinceañeras are huge around here.
Okay.
Like, it's the 15th birthday. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, these cakes are like wedding cakes. I mean, they have budgets of like weddings. I mean, some of these cakes are like thousands of dollars. Like they really go all out for their quinceañeras. Yeah.
I've been to a quinceañera here and it was like a cowboy cowgirl theme. Like, like Hispanic family, like a mixed family.
Did they have a mechanical bull?
No, it was very cowboy themed.
But no mechanical bull.
You know what I don't like about
fuck that party,
the quinceañeras, and nobody out there should cancel me. I don't like them. You know why? Some of these songs and themes are like when a girl becomes a woman, and I'm like, no, she's still 15, okay? Some 18, 19-year-old can't come and sweep her off her feet. She's not a woman yet, okay?
Right.
Maybe you should say that when she turns 18. When a girl becomes a woman. No, sorry.
They're still babies. 15.
Yeah.
You think it should be an 18-year-era?
18-year-era, yeah. I don't like that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it because they're changing they're changing, what you can call yourselves now, like Latinx and everything. You could change it.
Yeah.
I once knew what 18 was in Spanish.
18.
Yep.
18-era.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
That's why they didn't do it. That's why they made it quinceañera.
Yeah.
Because same thing, because that's when it changes to 16, right?
Yeah.
That's it. It's just all about what sounded better.
For sure. Hey, I have a question. What would you say was the most challenging aspect about learning how to bake and the baking world?
I'm going to tell you the truth. The most challenging, not learning how to bake, all of that was easy. The baking, the decorating, that was all fun and easy. The most challenging part of doing a bakery for a career are the employees. It's the hardest thing in the world to find people that will do what you want them to do to your standards for whatever you're willing to pay them. It's the hardest part. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years and the turnaround, it's ridiculous. Like I've had a couple people that have been with me for maybe like the past 5 years, but they really don't last much longer than that. It's definitely the most challenging part is finding people that will do what you want them to do, because, my name is on all four of the buildings. So when people, get a product, they think that I bake, I decorate, I sell, I answer the phones. They think that I do everything. So if there's a complaint when they're calling, they're complaining about, I might not have anything to do with anything of it. You know what I mean? But so I would say the most challenging part is just finding people to do, what you want them to do, how you want them to do it. And it's very difficult too, because at some point in the business, you need to kind of take a step back and, relax a little bit, because you're paying people to do these things. But in the restaurant business, in the bakery business, you have to be there. Like you have to be present. If I leave for a couple days, it's like when the cat's away, the mice will play kind of thing. Like if I'm here and I'm doing it and they're seeing me doing it, they'll do better. But if I leave for a minute, they just go, it's very labor intensive still. And I think that it'll probably be like this until I retire. I just have to be here. And that's kind of the funky part about it. But I mean, I would rather not be doing anything else. Like this is my passion. It's what I want to do. It's, it's really not work when I'm doing what I'm doing. But yeah, the most challenging part is getting people to do what you want them to do.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I told Chris, I wasn't sure whether you're going to be able to be on with us today, because it looked like you took like a day and a half, vacation. I was stalking your social media pages today.
Just going away just for the weekend. Like I went to New Orleans for a couple days, and then I came back and I worked, and then I went to Atlanta. But like even in those few days, like I came back to just crazy, like chaotic It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to get away for a minute. Like I've wanted to like come to like the Corolla barbecue and all, and I'm just
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
really have to like figure out. But isn't that like in June?
June 18, I think.
Mid-June.
So that's like wedding cake season. So I'm like, how am I gonna leave? Like, I can't leave. So yeah, it sucks, but whatever.
You know, it's funny. You kind of talking about that, and I agree with you. There's a cake. There's a bakery near my area where I grew up. It's called Diandas, and it's pretty popular. And it's actually, I think obviously it was like a Italian, maybe originally owned, because it's got their logo. It's like part of the Italian, the colors and the flag and stuff like that. But we've had people tell us, when we talk about the bakery, oh, it used to taste, it's changed. The taste has changed, and I don't know. There's different, I think, mixed reviews. I've always liked it. I'm a guy, I really can't tell that much. I just give me the tres leches cake and I'm happy. But like you're saying, we've heard different. Oh, well, it used to be different. It used to be this and that. So yeah, like you said, you want that consistency because it is your name. It's people know it's you, or it's on the, it's on the receipt. It's on the building.
Right.
So
when you're doing like 300, 400 king cakes, it's like you can't be in every single one of them. So you have to train people to do it the way you want them to do it. And like, if you're not there holding their hand the whole time, like it might not be like that. So it's difficult. It's challenging, but
quality control. Like, so do they need to be kind of artists, or that's got to take some serious training?
But yeah, like some of the cakes that we do, like they're like completely skilled. Like I've got one girl now that decorates for me, but she can't write on cakes. Like her writing is bad. So like when she finishes a cake, I have to come behind her and like write on the cake, just because the writing can make or break a cake. So it's difficult. It's difficult to find people that will actually, be skilled. And it's not even throwing money. Like we've thrown money at the problem too. Like, well, if we pay people $20 an hour, like they're going to do, it's really not about money. It's just about work ethic. And I think that
you have to be into that. Like you have to be into it, right? Like that's got to be kind of a passion too, right?
You do.
Well, it's kind of like going back to Adam Carolla. It's kind of like building a house, right? You've got your carpenters, you've got your carpet guy, you've got your plumbing guy, you've got so
right.
I don't know. There might not be a jack of, what's the saying, jack of all trades and
master of none.
So yeah, exactly. So unless you're you,
like
then you
unicorn. If I have one unicorn in the bakery right now. And she can do anything I tell her to do. She can go to do this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
And like,
is she single?
Well, she might have a boyfriend. I don't know.
All right, never mind. Anyway, continue.
My sister is single.
We'll talk later.
And she's beautiful.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Just totally derailed the conversation. I'm sorry.
Well, if I ever come to a Corolla barbecue, she would be the one I would bring. So.
Oh, okay. Good to know then.
For sure.
You'd have to cater it with cakes.
I would absolutely.
Maybe for the 20th or the 15-year anniversary.
I told Gabe from the Sonny and Gabe have that football
bench warmers.
Okay, bench warmers. So they helped me. I was in one of those fantasy football leagues. I didn't know shit about football. And so they helped me all along the way. I didn't win, but they helped me. And so I told them that I would come, and do a cake for them whenever they wanted to. So I'm just waiting for him to give me the go, and then I'll come to California and make a cake for them for sure.
Maybe Ace will move to Louisville.
That would be nice.
Oh.
I doubt it. He's never moving.
Well, you're gonna have to.
He's never leaving California.
They're gonna be out of school in a couple of years, like maybe 2.
They're 15 now.
California.
You're gonna have to bake some pies because he's a pie
get
guy.
Himself one of those celebrity chicks, and he'll be good to go.
Do you do pies? Because he's a pie guy.
We do pies at Thanksgiving, but only at Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh,
kind of like the McRib.
He doesn't like cake. I've got to change that.
Well, no, he's changed his stance as of late. He talked a few
Love
times
that.
about fruit
Love
tarts and some other things,
Yeah,
some other
love
variants.
You withhold the pies like McDonald's holds the McRib.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Keep up demand
it's
during
smart.
pie season. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, any questions from Chris or I think I don't know if Chris said he wanted to talk about it. We talked about a little bit of Ukraine. I talked a little bit of Ash Wednesday, my vast knowledge that I have.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It really
I don't think
came
I'm
through
gonna.
there.
Yeah, I'm not sacrificing anything right now.
Oh wait, I did have one question that I should have asked prior to the show starting, but Adrian, what are some of your favorite songs from Twice? I gotta know.
Let's see.
From what?
That
Um,
K-pop group she went to
Oh,
go
we're talking
watch.
about
I
K-pop
don't
again.
really know the names of the songs, but I
Oh,
know
okay.
that Mamba is one of them that I liked a lot.
Okay.
I like all of their songs that they do in like a minor key. So
Some of the more ballads.
yeah, I don't really know the names of the songs, but if I hear them, I know that I hear them on my radio like every day on the way to school. Yeah, but like more of my favorites are like, ATs, 17. Like I like the guy groups. Like the girl
sure.
groups are good, but I like the guy groups. Because some of
Okay.
the guys are like really hot. I know they look like girls, but like some of them are like freaking hot. Like there's one guy from Stray Kids. His name is Jongin, and he's been my bias
Jongin.
forever. I've got him in my phone case. Look, like in my phone case.
Oh wow!
I mean, I am like
So that's like you're all about Jongin.
I am all about Jongin. He's the maknae, which means that he's like the baby of the group, but Lord, he has grown up.
Did you just say the Korean word for baby or something?
Yeah, maknae. Like the maknae is like the youngest one of the group. And
Damn,
like
they've taken the boy band to another level.
let me tell you something. They
Like
are
naming each
they're
position.
probably all gay, which is fine, whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but he is fine. Oh my God. I mean,
I know
I'm
that's a
old,
waste because
but
they've got to just have chicks throwing themselves,
you know what I'm saying? Oy.
Yeah.
I don't
Good to
know.
know.
But Twice was good. My bias in Twice is Dokyeon, I think her name was Dokyeon, and she's really cute. She had a big ponytail in her hair the whole time. Super, super sexy, super, super cute and funny. It was a really good concert. It was really good.
That band is called Twice.
They're
Yep.
called Twice. Yeah.
Twice. Okay.
And so every like fan group of each K-pop group, they have names. So like all of the fans of Twice, they're called onces. So like I would be a once.
It's news to me.
Yeah. So you would be if you like Twice, Manny, you would be a once.
Okay.
If you like Stray Kids, you would be a stay. If you like BTS, you would be army. So like there's different like names for all of the groups. So like if you're a BTS, then you are army. Yeah.
Okay. And this is
it's
all news to me.
It's a whole culture. It's super cool. I encourage all of you to research.
All right.
I'm gonna think about it. No wonder, like now I'm starting to think like because China just like banned them.
What?
It's like no. Like the elders in China, they're like, what?
They banned K-pop?
Yeah. They banned these guys.
Does
And they
China
basically
like
just
have
straight up
C-pop?
say like they don't want effeminate. They just don't want effeminate
Really?
dudes dancing on screen
I'm
for
pretty
other
sure
kids.
I'm pretty sure they're all gay.
Yeah, they shut it down. Maybe not because it was just like there's so much stuff that goes into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, fine. If you don't understand something, best just shut it down.
Right.
Joking.
That's one way to deal with it.
I'm joking. But in my household, that's for my kids. Forbid it.
You have teenagers or little kids?
No, little ones.
Oh.
Mm.
Enjoy
Classic rock only, I tell them. Classic rock only.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, it's funny. A couple days ago in the morning, I said to Alexa, turn on AC/DC. And, we got some AC/DC as we were getting ready for school and work.
How old is Alexa? Is she young or?
No, the Alexa. The
Oh,
Alexa
I thought that was
thing.
your step kid. I thought that
No. Alexa's like, when did Alexa come out? 9
That's
years
right.
ago.
You have a stepson, don't you?
Yeah, two of them.
Ooh.
15 and 7.
Okay. Oh,
This
Yeah.
guy got the full package, man.
That's quite a distance there.
Yeah. But the little one was giving me this morning actually a hard time getting ready because he wanted some V-Bucks from Fortnite, and he was really
in the morning.
Sometimes he wants to play in the morning, and I'm like, no, buddy, you can't. And then on my way to drop him off, he said, Rob, he said, I know secrets. And if you buy me V-Bucks, I can tell you the secrets. I'm like, now I'm interested. Like, what kind of secrets, is the family hiding? Yeah. So
I'm clever.
What do they do with V-Bucks?
It's a big business. You can buy points
Fortnite
to buy
currency.
Yeah. Currency, skins and costumes and just cosmetic things on the video games that you can buy a hat and
digital currency to buy weapons, dances.
You have
hats.
to pay real money, or can you earn V-Bucks?
No, in this game you have to, I think, buy. The good thing about some games is you can kind of build up and earn it within the game, but no, this you have to actually buy these points. Exactly. And we've already talked about this, the whole NFTs and non-fungible transactions. That started a long time ago, and that's Fortnite and many other games are a clear example of that. But
what do you mean?
Of just the world that's out.
It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know. Do people sell their Fortnite accounts? Can you sell your Fortnite account? Because people put a lot of money into these accounts.
You're right. And you know how I don't know if you remember back in the day.
And then they just get tired of it and quit,
Yeah. People used to sell their WoW World of Warcraft accounts back in the day as well. They're like leveled up, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we're just rambling now.
Yeah.
So we'll
start bringing it home.
We'll call it a night, and then we can chat a little bit.
I want to give a couple
shout outs. Yeah, Robbie, take care of some business, Robbie.
Shout out to Quana.
Quana, shout out. Maria Lish, it's her birthday. She's one of the A-Souls. Happy birthday to Maria. Also, we like to give a shout out to Martina. She actually had, she's fine, but unfortunately her apartment building burned down a few days ago. And from what I understand, she had some minor burns, I think. I'm not sure, but she said she's fine, but she's gonna have to recover some of her items that she lost. She lost some things. So if anybody has reach out to us, if there's any way. She's in San Francisco, I'm in San Francisco. Any way to help her
coordinate
out.
some efforts to help.
Exactly. She's not asking, but it'd be great to help her out, and shout out to her.
Yeah.
And
much love to you, Martina.
Yeah, we love you, Martina, and shout out to everybody that's listening. Monkey's Uncle, Family of 3, Brew and Backhound, everybody. Be Frank, and of course, our cake boss over here. We appreciate you being on our show. It's been I reached out to you a while back ago, and finally you were able to make it with us.
Thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this was a blast.
I'm looking forward to this forever.
Yeah. I know it's a little late where you're at, so we do appreciate it too.
It's all good. I'm gonna decorate cakes after this. I'm staying all night.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's why she's the cake boss.
That's right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate you coming on with us and spending the time. Good to get to know you. So I will wrap it up saying, get it on.
Get it on.
Get it on.
Get it on, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We could have rambled on for like another half hour there.
I know.
Just about anything. So
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, you too. Yeah,
Thanks for
we'll
joining
probably
us.
hang out for a minute, but we know you're busy. So
Yeah, I know you got to get back to work and all that stuff. So
I
thanks.
was going to pee my pants, so I'm not gonna
I'm actually surprised. I didn't go. I usually step out, but I didn't this time.
I feel like, oh my God, I'm going to pee my pants.
I've had a few of
All
those. Yeah.
Let this poor woman go then.
Yeah. Take
All
care.
right, guys. Love
Cheers.
you guys. I hope
Love you
Love you
too.
too.
we'll get to see each other in person at some point at some sort of barbecue or something.
I'm sure.
I hope
That'd be
so.
great.
All right.
A cruise or something. All right.
Yeah.
Take
See
care.
you guys later.
See
Bye-bye.
ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well,
I bet they do have some BTS skins in Fortnite already. I mean, they just do whatever they can make money on. It's amazing because they'll create a skin, just a weapon,
Mhm.
and they'll just sell it,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to take a designer, an hour,
No, seriously.
and they'll just sell it. They'll just sell it, millions of times for $7. Like,
The kid
Good
was
Lord.
asking me, he goes, it's not that expensive. I'm like, son, mother. It's like not that. I bought him $31 worth of V-Bucks on Sunday. It's like, no. Mm-mm. Anyway.
yeah, I might be all talked out. The what movie was that? There was with Mel Gibson. They're cops. Why can't I remember this movie? Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Call of Duty now has an Attack on Titan skin.
All right, guys. I actually have to run.
Okay.
But I think Manny's probably going to be back, right? So shout out to everybody.
I'm not sure if we'll be back or not. I'm just going through all the chats. Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right.
Hope you have a good night.
We'll do. I'll be watching until you guys log off. So I just have to go.
Later, Rob.
Later, guys. Talk to you later. Messaging you guys later. Thanks again, all you guys on YouTube.
All right, buddy.
Later.
See you soon.
You know what I noticed
What's
this
that?
episode? I didn't tell you to hit record audio, so all we did was go live to YouTube.
Oh, okay. I think you can rip the audio though.
That's what I'm gonna end up doing. So after we're done with this, I'm just gonna do my thing and I've done it before.
Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah. Whoops.
No worries, man. I mean, the audio was good on everyone's end, so it's not gonna be a big deal.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah. It says you could just jump out of a cake. Adrian could just jump out of a cake at the.
Hey, that'd be hot too, man.
Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't put together. I don't know. I must have heard that episode when they were in Louisville.
Mhm.
I remember them. I must
I
have.
forgot who the guest was, or if they even had it. I think maybe it was somebody that someone. I think it was like a mayor or some political.
Oh, they had that. They had someone from like a brewery, maybe.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
One of the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I must have not put 2 and 2 together.
I think it was like at the end of last year, or something somewhere around that time.
Or I guess I just assume whenever he talks to someone live on the live shows and he starts talking to someone in the crowd, I guess I just assume they're not in the Aceholes group. So I don't even think about,
Or you never know, dude. They just tell you at random. I was like, oh, by the way, I'm part of the Facebook group. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like Project Mayhem over here. Just minus all the explosions.
Oh, the old TV trope of jumping out of a cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I didn't really think would happen a lot because that seems really impractical.
I know.
To a whiskey, some kind of big whiskey place.
I mean, unless there's no bottom to it and you just lower it onto the person. Over the person, I should say. I think that's also a waste, man. Like all the time spent on making this fragile cake.
Yep.
Does anyone actually eat it too? I don't know.
That's the thing. Those cakes I see on like the cake, I don't know. There's some baker named Duff or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I think he's from Baltimore. Yeah, Charm City Cakes is his company. So he was the first one on Food Network that was making all these crazy cakes. And yeah, you never really see people eating it. You know what I mean? When they make a cake that's like the White House or something more like a tower of some kind.
Right. They just show it off.
Well, a lot of that fondant stuff is what they use to, for whatever color they need, whatever shape they need. It's like kind of like a clay.
I was going to mention too earlier in the episode that if you're going to smash someone's face into a cake, you might as well just get like a crappy sheet cake and then just be like, get it over with.
Yeah.
And you serve the rest of, the actual good stuff to the guests.
I like good cake, but I would never buy like a good cake, like to eat. I guess, you know what they have around here? They have these nothing bunt cakes.
Uh-huh.
But not but bunt.
Yeah.
Right? Like a bunt cake. You getting it? Are you sure?
I get yes.
No, and they're just small bunt cakes and they're delicious.
Right on.
And they're, like you could eat one. Just eat one in one sitting.
Speaking of all this cake talk, I feel like an asshole for not mentioning it on the actual episode, but it was my mom's birthday yesterday. I ended up getting her a little, like a personal size fruit tart from a local bakery because
that's nice.
Yeah, we're all gonna get together with the family on Saturday, and it's just me and her. So I was like, a huge cake would kind of be a bit excessive. So went the mini fruit tart route.
You guys get together then? You're saying this weekend? You guys normally do
So it's gonna be a good time.
Good. But nothing. The small cake, that's good. That's actually like a really good idea.
Yeah, dude. If it's not going to be that many people partaking, or it's just going to be, a very minimal crowd, then yeah, man.
It's pretty popular around here. I think it might be a national chain, or maybe it started in the DFW area, but there's quite a bit of them. So like if people come to a party, they'll bring, instead of a cake, they'll bring like half a dozen of these things, and they're all different flavors or whatever. So it's pretty good.
That's what's up. Oh, man.
Now I'm thinking about where I can go to get a cake.
I'll think about what I'm about to make for dinner, man, because I'm fucking ready to eat.
All right. Well, you go eat your dinner. I'm going to go find a bakery.
You got it, man.
All right, brother.
You take it easy.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Later.